Tiffany here from Tiffany Gordon Cosplay with the Fluffles temporarily. We'll see how long she stays. Yeah, you just be comfy here. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well today and having a good Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. But yeah, I've been so busy doing video editing and tutorials. It's been a lot. I have between now and mid-July like 20 videos, and I still have this week I have to make 3 more. So it's a lot of editing, huh, Fluffles? A lot of lap time for the kitty though. But welcome on everybody. Hi Wizard, hi Mel, hi Killtech, welcome on. But yeah, so I just released a video, was it yesterday? On what to put in your cosplay emergency box. Today just got released on YouTube our first collaboration with one of our sponsors, Costools, doing a 60-second video tutorial thingy on how to make a shield. So hopefully y'all can check that out. I'm also going to post it today on all my socials, so expect that sometime this afternoon-ish, something like that. So, hi Fit, welcome on. Hi OG, welcome on. Hi Colleen Pros, Please Games, welcome on. Finally caught a Tiffany shirt, yay! Yeah, we stream at every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, yep. But today we're going to be continuing work on our dual blades for our Kaine costume from NieR Replicant. So yeah, hopefully we'll get, like, I think we should be able to get, like, pretty much all of it done today for the base work in EVA foam. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Other announcements. Submissions are still happening for the Ultimate Online Cosplay Championship until April 30th, which is this Friday, so there are still a few days left to submit your costume, whether you are a beginner or a master level craftsmanship person, thingy babobber. So you can go and do that. I'm really excited to see all the participants. I'm a judge this year, as well as I'm gonna have my own judges award. So yeah, excited. Hi Kalami, welcome on. So yeah, what Fluffles? She's like, you're talking now, I'm gonna go away. But yeah, any other announcements? Oh, this month on Patreon is still our Andrea costume from Aura Kingdom. I'm like, what am I working on? I'm working on already like 2 costumes past it. And originally there was only going to be our normal 2 cosplay tutorials. I've actually decided there's going to be 3. So we have Charlotte's sword from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius as a early access tutorial on Patreon. And then the other one was going to be Andrea's crown and hairpiece as one tutorial. Originally, when I was planning on making those pieces, they were going to be one piece, but it turned out they ended up being separate pieces. So it just makes sense to make them in separate videos. I'm going to turn this down just a wee bit. So yeah, last night I posted on Patreon the hair pieces. And then after I do this stream today, I'm going to finish up, hopefully, the crown and get it posted either today or tomorrow onto Patreon. So there'll be 3 this month, our early access cosplay tutorials. So yes, hopefully y'all are liking those. So yeah, you're working on your build book for, oh nice, good. Yes, make sure it's a good build book. Yes, I want to see all the details and infos and stuff. I'm excited. So yeah, I don't know if we have any other announcements. We hit 90,000 followers on TikTok, so thank you for that. If you've come from TikTok, welcome. Yeah, I think that's the last thing. I don't know. But yeah, let's flip over to our overhead cam. I gotta figure out exactly what we're gonna start on, because I just was like, we're working on this today, and I haven't touched it since our last stream on Monday. So I gotta kind of refresh myself on what was I planning on doing. So we did end up making all of our EVA foam pieces. We bent our handles for the dual blades, which you can see the image over here. And yeah. So, next up, let's see. So I did, she has a sharp blade part right here. So basically this part's gonna be flat, where we have the line here is gonna be cut. So it goes to an actual edge of a blade. And then I did a center guideline. There we go, a center guideline. So I think what I might start off with today is we'll use an X-Acto knife and we'll trim at an angle between these two lines on both sides. That way it's gonna be less messy later on when we sand, and we'll do that. After that, we'll take it to our workbench and we'll sand all of that nice and smooth. And then from there, we'll probably cut our holes here for the handles, and then we'll start gluing all of our pieces together to start making our coolio little daggery things. Or dual blades. I don't actually know if they have a name. I've just been calling them dual blades because there's two of them. So, yeah. I wanted to get the game yesterday and play it, but I'm behind on the tutorials and sponsorship stuff, so I figured I probably shouldn't get the game until I am caught up with sponsorship stuff first. So hopefully in the next few days I will be done with all of that. Well, for right now, it's an ongoing process, but yeah. So let's get started with this. So I'm gonna get my blade out. No Pokemon Snap till you work soon. I know. Oh, I put in our sub Discord suggestions on what people want for our May sub day, and I suggested doing like a 6 to 8 hour stream of playing a game like Pokemon Snap or NieR. Pretty much everybody likes that idea, so I think we're just gonna do that next month, and I'm gonna hold off on Pokemon Snap to play it live with y'all. So yeah, we'll most likely our sub day for next month is going to be earlier in the month rather than later, just because I've got tank events happening next month. They're coming back, yay! So yeah, but I'll save it, so we'll start it live on stream, Pokemon Snap, and then we'll go to NieR if I get bored or whatever. But NieR is gonna be a game that I'm gonna play on my own time. So yeah. But Crimson Tatterfall, welcome on. Yeah, long time. Caspian, welcome on, and thank you for the host. Much love. You think you understand everything, but could you explain it again because you weren't paying attention? No. You can go back to work, Caspian. Go back to work. Alright, I'm gonna get this one out. So this one is my most sturdiest out of all of my box cutter blades. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna put you there. There. I want to think, do I want to cut it? Do I want to cut it this way? Normally I'll cut things and I do like that, but I won't see the line. I think I may cut it this way at the edge of the table. That'll be the easiest for me. Let me get the cutting mat. Even though we're not cutting it, I would rather, or cutting into something, I'd rather have it just in case to kind of protect my table. So yeah. Boop, boop. Cool. And cheers, guys. Welcome on, and thanks for watching. Okay, let's make sure our blade is nice and sharp. Get our sandpaper out. I don't remember the last time I used this, so I have no idea if it's sharp. That should be good. Hi, Peter Parker. Welcome on. How are you today? gonna mute the mic for 2 seconds as I sharpen the blade. Alright, there we go. How's my day? It's going pretty well. I'm feeling so much better. So the sunburn is pretty much like gone away. I'm still a little temperature off just because always when I get sunburned, I just temperature stuff. But tonsils are better today. They're still there, having some issues, but definitely a lot better than how I was feeling on Monday. So yeah, but thanks. It's been a good day so far. Been a little slow this morning, just getting ready. I wanted to kind of not rush and not do tons of work since I've been non-stop editing, so it seems a little dark. Let me lighten it up just a teeny bit. Configure. Let's do. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I finished, so I always watch like some type of, well, I mean, I've had issues with this tonsil on this side for like a few weeks now, so yeah, but I've been told that it's mostly due to our weather right now. It's been really bad with like allergy stuff more than any year, so that's what I've been kind of told, and I have some like nasal spray thing to help. I don't know if it actually does anything, but yeah. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna try to get it so y'all can see. But yeah, I finished my the one anime I was watching, which was Umaru, something with an H, Umaru. And that one I really enjoyed. It was really cute. It wasn't really like a story. It was just like cute girl doing things kind of thing. And then I finally started the second season of, or like, I don't know if it's considered the second season, but Sword Art Online Alicization. So I finished the first half a long time ago, but the second one I started watching. And it was good because the episode 0 was like a recap of everything that happened in the first season that I watched 2 years ago. So yeah, it was good. There we go. Local honey, no joke, it helps. Might try. I'm not a big fan of honey though. It sometimes makes me sick. Need you to talk to your boss for a sick day. Go talk to Ches, yeah. Tell him he's working me too hard. Nah, it's actually, so it starts getting better, it starts to heal, and then I stream, and then it makes my throat all back to being worse again. So it's kind of one of those like, ah. But yeah, so we just trimmed this. This is gonna help us for sanding. It's gonna make it so when we sand with the sanding drum at our workbench, there's gonna be a lot less dust in the air, a lot less EVA foam, and it'll be quicker for us to sand that nice and fresh. So, yeah. Hi Daniel! I wanted to watch it in our watch party, but it's like, for me, when I'm watching stuff in watch party on our Discord, it's because I'm working on something in the background. But that one is like, I have to watch it and actually watch it because it's subbed and not dubbed. So, yeah. Yeah, supposedly honey acts similar to... Okay. I know, I'm allergic to you, Caspian! What's the nasal spray? I have no idea. One of my friends went and got it for me since I wasn't leaving the house for a while. talk and I mute the mic, you know. It's what everyone was recommended for, like, tonsils. Okay. You watched it all subbed? Yeah. Well, I prefer to watch things subbed, but then that's like a designated show. And the only time I watch things for that are like if I'm taking a bath, or watching something while I'm in bed. But otherwise, I watch all of my shows while I'm working on like cosplays. And for me, I don't know Japanese too well, so I end up having to do it dubbed. To make tea, yeah. Huh. And the last little bit. I've also been continuing watching, we did watch it a little bit in our watch party, but Outlander, and I like it, but there's definitely like some stuff that's off-putting that makes me not want to watch it anymore. So I think I'm at like episode 8 to 11, somewhere in there. But yeah. You can see our difference, but I need to be filming this too. I forgot about that. Might be helpful. It's like there. I think that's good. Alright. We've watched only 2 more episodes of Outlander, also about to finish. Oh yeah. This one so far is a better cut. There you go. Having a cosplay dilemma? What issues with yours? Oh yeah, I've been trying to watch Superman and Lois. I've been caught up, and they keep saying like the new episode is in like a week, and then a week goes by, and then they're like pushing it back. And I finally looked into it, and apparently, so it got pushed back. Episode 6 got pushed back 2 months because someone on the filming crew ended up getting COVID. So it was like, no. But it did get renewed for season 2, so I'm happy about that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mute real quickly. Okay. Handle won't work with the finger armor you've made? So with the handle, I assume you have some sort of a basket that goes around the handle, and then your fingers can't fit in it? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I don't quite understand with the finger armor part. I mean, I've had, so like my Charlotte costume with the giant shield, my hand fits behind it, but then when I had all of my armor here, that didn't fit. And so for photos, when I actually was wearing the shield, I would take that part off and it would just be my hand. So that you could do, but I don't quite understand, so I can't really answer. I'm sorry. Alright. And I'm gonna do just a tiny bit more off of this because it got a little wobbly. Yeah, you can put a picture in Discord if you want. Just checking. Just to make it easier, I'm gonna do a tiny bit more off of here and one other section on the other one. Okay, that's better. Cheers, guys. Okay, we can start setting up for sanding now. Let's see, what are you posting? Oh, I see. Yeah, those are... The points are probably what's getting into your way, most likely. Personally, I would not modify or like make new blades. I would modify your armor so that way they can fit. So if your hands can fit, then that's good. If they don't fit, then you need to do a new one. But yeah. Yeah. But it's always best, like, I don't get 100% accurate with my costumes. I try to get very close, but I also want it to be functioning. So if you have to modify something there, you can always do that. Nobody's gonna like get mad at you for not having, I assume it's gonna have like bendable joint finger parts, and nobody's gonna really even notice that it's not on there. You can also make that part, instead of if you're using EVA foam on finger joints, you can do fabric instead, so it's a lot thinner. But yeah. Okay, let's go and sandy sand. So I'm gonna set up at our workbench. If you have not been here for one of our sanding streams, it does get a tiny bit louder. We're gonna be going to my workbench, and I'm gonna have my rotary tool with the sanding drum going, so that's gonna make noise, as well as my vacuum to help collect the EVA foam dust. So if you can't hear me, just tell me to speak louder. I will still have my phone over there so I can read chat and answer questions. So yes. Boop. He's still a little messy from last time. Let's pull up chat. Even just wiping off the table, it's already gross. Okay, I've got chat pulled up now. There. And then I gotta get my apron on. Write it down.
Hi, Tank Wife.
Jason, thank you for the resub of 27 months. Much love. Yay. Hope you're doing well. I will write it down. Write it down, write it down. And Freddy8989, thank you for using your Prime sub here for 16 months. Much love. You can write them both down at the same time. Excellent. I just great. Welcome on. How are you today? Okay. There. Put our bench pin thing on. I gotta move my camera really quickly and set that up so we can film this. There we go. Alrighty. You're doing well. Close this up early. Yeah, I got your messages about that. I just didn't respond. Sorry. Yeah, that one I should most likely be able to do. I don't know for sure about the hands-on history. So yeah. But I'll talk to you later about other stuff too. So that way you're in the loop on things. You're alright. Decided to call it an early day today? Ah. Early day as in it's a good day, you need to, or like want a personal day, or early day as in you're not feeling well? I hope it's not that. Okay, enough of that. We're gonna switch over to our 2-inch sanding drum. Yeah. Pretty much not all. I'm sorry. I was hoping you were starting to feel better. Okay. And then just let me turn on the camera and we'll be good to go. And I'm gonna wipe off my face shield because it's a little blurry. There. There. Alrighty. Oh, it's just because I'm far away right now, Jason. That and you probably have a fan on in the background, so you can't hear me. Okay. Prepare to scream! Yeah, feel the burn. material a lot more, and then if you go the opposite way, it's going to smooth it out more. So if you're getting really heavy divots, that means you probably need to have something underneath to support your hand or the foam, so that way you're not going up and down. Because if you're just trying to stay on the mid-air, you're never going to have a flat surface. Also, getting a different grit of sandpaper for your sanding drum. They come in a lot of different ones. As well as if it's too rough, even at the smoothest one, you can get a piece of wood and just sand the wood, so that way your sanding drum will be less abrasive. So that would be my recommendations on those. Also practicing on a different piece first before your real piece. And if you can, turn your Dremel down. So yeah, hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, I support my piece here. I've got the bench pin, and then this one I just do even strokes. ones are not. But just for doing the X-Acto or the box cutter, removing that made it a lot faster, a lot less material for us to have to remove. So yeah. Now do the other one. Let me real quickly go rinse my hands. Oh, what now, Daniel? Okay. Now, I always like to wipe off my pieces after I'm done sanding because there's always a layer of EVA foam dust on them. Just being a dork because, oh, okay. It shouldn't be too loud now. At least for the moment. It might in a bit. Alrighty. Hi Bella Cosplay, welcome on. How are you today? Okay, so now we need to heat treat our foam. I'm gonna move the mic back just a wee bit. Sorry. Alrighty. Sometimes you had to work near a big generator. Oh, yeah. Good, just finished the last thing on your cosplay for the... gonna film and take pictures tomorrow. Oh, good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm feeling a lot better since Monday. So, yeah. But very busy. I've been doing so many tutorials and stuff, and I've just been editing for the last, week. It's nice to stream because this is me actually working on costumes right now. So, but what, thank you for the new follow. Nice one. I know. Well, that's for me. For me, taking a break is working on a different project or something different. So if I'm working on this, then I need a break. I'll go and I'll do video editing or something, or vice versa. So yeah, it's not necessarily a normal break. so next will be where we're gonna add our handles. I thought I had a full thing of this, but apparently not. So we're just gonna have to kind of makeshift this. Yeah. I'm what you call a workaholic. Okay, that'll do. Okay. It doesn't like that it's the color change now. Alright, so still feel like there's dust all over it. This is gonna go here for us. And then get our handles that we made. It's gonna sit roughly about there. Cat cam. Configure. Let us now turn this down. But you love your work, so it's a good thing, you think? It's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna label it. So this is gonna be A. And then this one's also gonna be A. This will be B and B. Doing this because each of our handles, they're hand bent, so the shape may be slightly off. So, I'm gonna first put weight, hold it in place. This one, put weight, hold it in place. Okay. But yeah, if you're just getting here, welcome on. My name is Tiffany from Tiffany Cosplay. I am a full-time cosplay builder and streamer here on Twitch, and I've been making a new costume from scratch every month for over a year now. And we're currently working on Kaine from NieR Replicant, doing the dual blades right now. There we go. Thanks, Daniel. Cheers. All right. There. We'll trace where it's gonna sit. Press all the follow buttons. Oh, I need to add TikTok to that. Yeah. I've been doing it since, I think, November of 2019 now. But some of them I've been working on costumes where I'll be 1 month working on like 3 costumes at once. So some technically take more than a month to make. Yeah, that's how I do this full time. To the list! It's probably on the list actually. I just didn't change it or add it. There. Okay. We're making lovely popsicle sticks now. Delicious. Yeah, Charlotte took 2 months, and the Arbiter took 2 months also, but I was doing other costumes at the same time, so. Yeah, with me doing this costume, I'm actually working on another build in the background, but that only people on Patreon are gonna see right now. And I'm not even announcing what it is. So, wah! You have to focus on, oh yeah. Yeah, for me, it's just like, I prefer to do one at a time, but for me, in order to do bigger builds, they take sometimes more than a month. So I do have to kind of double up on some. Sometimes I've got sponsorships in the background or other things, so. Secret cosplay! It's not so secret. I mean, you know what it is. But yeah. But yeah, when, like, for me, most of my income comes from Patreon and the support on there. And I make a new costume for Patreon specifically each month. With all the tutorials and everything. And so if I don't deliver one, I feel like I am not fulfilling my side of, like, what people are paying for kind of thing. And I don't want to disappoint anybody. But that is how I can do this. Daily spam. Yeah, he knows but doesn't know at the same time. Yeah, the Arbiter, no, it was Charlotte that we did the two Keyblades at the same time, so yeah. You're just here for the likes. You're all good, Jason. You're all good. Okay. So yeah, these will end up having this inside. So we'll have to glue it in place. I'm going to do a mixture of contact cement glue and also hot glue for this. So I'll do contact cement glue for the edges, so then we'll insert and have it so it's more floating, and then we'll do hot glue on top just to make sure it's fully attached. And I do have to open the window for this part, so. Yeah. The Arbiter was really cool though. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun. It was... I really want to take that to some conventions, but it's very much a difficult, like... For that one, the pictures, they came out good, but because I had to sit in the costume for, I think it was like 30 minutes, it all got realigned, and then I have to rely on other people to kind of get me dressed when I'm out in like the wild, because I don't have a mirror, so yeah. Alrighty. So, that's the only downfall. If it was at a hotel, it'd be easier, because then I'm like next to the con generally. I know, the wind. Any type of costume that has wings, wind is always like crazy. And that one, it was actually rainy, like partly drizzly that day, and it was like super windy. I was on top of a dam, like a water dam, and even though they were small wings, the black little leather parts were just flying everywhere, and they'd be like this in my face, and it's just like, can't do anything, can't see. But yeah, it was still fun. have to wear it at a con. They're afraid people will bump into the wings because they're... yeah, so with me, with wings at cons, I can walk around in them. I normally don't. Like, I go to the front of a convention and we don't have the wings on when I go there. When I get to a place where I'm going to be stationed there for like 30 minutes or so, I put the wings on. But it's very rare that I actually walk around while wearing the wings just because people walk into me. Most of my wings the tips are heights of children's eyes. Children's like to run and, you know, so yeah, it's just best not to do that. You get yelled at a lot when you're in larger costumes with wings because a lot of people just don't understand. And a lot of parents that are bringing their kids and the parents don't give a two cents or whatever rat's ass about it, so unfortunate, but you kind of have to work with that. But yeah, we're getting hot glue out now. They have two eyes, yeah. They'll learn their lesson. Higher shoes. I already wear like 5 to 6 inch heels. I'm gonna rip off a piece of paper on this. Sorry, Jason, I can't allow that. You don't get me in trouble. You can't do messages like that. Go wait a little bit more. Oh, it's definitely humid today. It's gross. Yesterday was extremely gross too. Ugh. If the humidity wasn't in the air, it would be fine. But it's bad. No bueno. I think that one's good now. Caspian. It's all good. That one is not good though. Okay, well, we'll attach this one first. Because obvious, it's dry. Okay. So I'm gonna first attach it. I'm trying to do it in the center as much as possible. Popsicle stick. Time to go. There's AC today. Yay! You get to say cool today. Thanks for stopping by, Daniel, and have a good worky work. Alright, I'm gonna go to the side. Still a wee bit wet on this one, so we have to wait a tiny bit more. Let's see what else there is for all music. This music just sounds like every single one of my, like me trying to find music for the background. Write it down! No, Daniel, thank you for gifting Bella Cosplay a sub to our channel. Thanks, love, and welcome to the sub part. Let's try this one. Yep. Boop, 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 boop. Yep. Hoopla! How about it? My little book. Okay. Hi, Mr. Pokemon. Hope you're having. Yep, doing really well today. Time to leave bed. Whisper's your name. Sleep well. Kiltech, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're working on our dual blades right now for our Kaine costume. Okay. No, thanks. Yep, next stream will be tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, we are good. She said, no, you are not kid friendly. You are definitely not. Okay. No, I would say both. So I prefer, or I like to add hot glue around all of my CPVC pipes, just for extra support on everything. And then back and forth to hold. And then we will do it on the other one. And of course I'll have to do it on the opposite side as well. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the first uniform you gave me, and it was just like all hot glued together, like patches. It was just like, oh, it was so cringy, and it was a nightmare ripping off all of the patches, and the glue just like half of it stayed embedded in the fibers, and ugh. Okay, other side. It was still coming apart. It was very much so. Okay. There. I'm gonna add a little bit of foam, I think, on top of that, just so it's extra. The dagger parts are gonna go, or the spiky little pointy parts are gonna go on top of this and we'll hide it, but, excuse me, I do like to add a tiny bit of foam for when it's a little bit deeper. be nice. Now I just need to cut 4 of them. They're all gonna roughly be about this. And thanks guys for watching. Hope you are enjoying our stream today. Oh, wait, that's 4. You Birdie's watching with you. I'm gonna close the door real quick. Oh, I need to unplug the hot glue now. I just like to be extra sure all of my stuff stays. I'm only doing a little bit of gluing, but normally you'd want to wear a respirator for working with this. But we've got all our windows open, fans on high, so yeah. Hi, welcome on. How are you today? Okay, good enough. 50k channel points itching closer. Hoopla! I assume you're saving up for Sir Chuz Wizard. Yeah, it's like with us not doing really gaming streams that much anymore, it's less and less chance of me having his point thing on. Bring me the bunny! Bring him here! But yeah, for like a lot of my crafting ones, I have to really think about before I stream, like, what am I working on? Like, if I'm sanding that day or gluing, obviously I can't have the channel points for Ches on. So, yeah. But we'll have him on eventually again. It's been like, almost every single sub day we've had Ches on too, which is funny because we did, well, obviously we did a Ches stream, and then the last one was, we did the cooking stream and Ches was in the same room, so I had a camera on him, and then the one time before that, Cliff used the channel points, so yeah. More time to save bunny points. Hi Marilyn, welcome on, how are you? Her silhouette. So we wait. Big trucks going by. Hope everybody's been doing well so far. Happy mid-week. Yeah. Be happy to new start on the 1st this weekend. On Saturday, so yay! Be finishing up everything and hopefully be able to relax a little bit this weekend. Would be nice. Aww. Yeah. I want to get the NieR game, play that, the new one. Hopefully River too. Be nice. But I don't know. I don't know, what's the weather this weekend? Let's look it up. Let's look it up. No, it's not a river weekend. Nope. Today is an 80% chance of rain. Tomorrow at 30. And then Saturday is a 70. And then it's gonna be hot and humid and nasty. Sad day. Let's see. This side's good. So we can attach this one. We getting hit by storms today? I mean, it says that we are, but half the time it misses me. It's like, no. And it's okay if it doesn't look that pretty. There we go. So my channel is mostly crafting cosplay. Yes, for right now. We used to do half the time cosplay making and then half the time gaming, but I'm really trying to get partnered here on Twitch, so we're kind of sticking to cosplay right now. But I am a full-time cosplay builder, and I've been making a new costume from scratch for over a year every month. So yeah. More water. Well, not necessarily. Sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. So, Marilyn, thank you also for the follow. Awesome. But yeah, we have just started this costume. Our costume technically for this month was Andrea from Aura Kingdom, and we already finished that over a week ago. And then we just started this one on Monday. And this one is, the image over here is Kaine from NieR Replicant. We're doing the dual blades right now. But yeah, if you're interested in any of my past works, you can check me out on Instagram or on my website, both for Tiffany Gordon Cosplay. And this one will be our cosplay of the month next month. Thanks, Caspian. Make sure to follow her today. Ah, yeah. Yep. Okay. So next, we'll be adding these pieces. Make sure I did them right way. Yeah, that's why we sanded this part first, so that way we could push those down. So you see a link to yeah, I have on Spoonflower my own fabric shop where I do a bunch of designs. So yeah, they're mostly people like the Demon Slayer stuff, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people are using my fabric on there because I always get sales from it. So yeah. I used to have Inuyasha stuff on there, but they cracked down on, like, they didn't want any type of Inuyasha labeled anything, even though it doesn't have his logo. I did Shishomaru, and I did the belt for him, and then, like, the flower designs and stuff, but they were like, copyright, you can't do this! Oh, okay, I'm not gonna fight it. So, yeah, it was unfortunate, but that one was big. I don't even remember. I haven't done any new fabric designs in a very long time. I need to, though. I'm gonna do a few cleanups on these. But yeah, I've done a lot of my costumes I actually designed my own fabric for. And I'll do, so I design it from scratch and then I'll have it printed there. And I'll open up the design later on for other people to have it for their own fabric. I know. I mean, technically I could put the Shishomaru stuff back up and just not label it as Inuyasha or Shishomaru, but I could name it as, like, demon fabric from a show about a dog and an anime girl that goes back in time. But that would be a little difficult for people to find, so. Did I go to school to learn textiles and stuff? Or are you self? I mean, the only thing I did for going to school, I have a studio art degree with a specialization in fibers and weaving, but basically I've always made textiles. For me in college, and if you want to see my portfolio, my undergrad stuff, that is on my website. And I would do handmade paper where I would make a sheet and everything, and like that would be my fabric, would be paper. So I made paper dresses and metal corsets. I would turn metal into sheets of fabric, but it's all pretty much self-taught. Same with the fabric stuff, I've all done that on my own. Sandboy demon brother flower yeah. I'm just waiting for all the Demon Slayer stuff to get hit. I'm pretty sure my Nezuko fabric is like their #1 selling anime style fabric on their site. Or at least it was like last month. You're in school in studio design, but hasn't felt fulfilling at all. Yeah, for me, so mine wasn't like fashion, it was just studio art. And you have to really find like what medias you like to work with. I've always been interested in like kind of fashion related stuff. And so when I did any type of sculpting class, I always ended up making dresses out of whatever material it was. So even in ceramics, I made like ceramic corsets because I love corsets. So that was kind of just like my thing. I did have to, for me to find myself, I had to step away from watching anime or any of that, and I stopped cosplaying in college, and I don't regret that, even though now I do it as a job, because that really made me find who I was as an artist and discover what I liked and not be inspired by other people's art, other people's anime and stuff. So that's how I personally kind of like fell in love with different materials, learning, like I'm self-taught on a sewing machine, so learning to sew, learning to make paper, to work with metal for soldering and casting and stuff. I can close the windows now. The movie just came out, it will probably get some attention. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean all of my fabric, like, it's all been the same sales every single month. So it's never, even when the movie wasn't like coming out, it's always just been consistent. That one was our most fluffiest one. I think the other ones will be fine. Okay, so for this, we now need to heat treat everything. Thank you for the advice. You do feel overwhelmed at times by other art. Yeah, definitely. If you're feeling overwhelmed by other people's stuff, take a break from social media. Go distance yourself. Whether like, obviously you'll probably like lose followers or lose like likes and stuff, but don't let that discourage you. Find yourself first, and then come back. I think that would really help. I know the cheesy saying, "Don't compare yourself to other people." I try not to, but it's really hard not to compare yourself to other people. But just if you do go on social media, don't look at other people's stuff. Just post your daily post to stay in the algorithm, whatever. But then don't look at other stuff. If you need to be inspired by something, then go and look for something. Watching streams on Twitch, I know a lot of people get inspired by that. Looking at, depending on what you're interested in, pictures online, shows, movies that are related to whatever you're interested in, and be inspired by that first rather than social media and the over-filtered, a lot of times, false reality that is there. That would be my biggest suggestion. Find yourself first. It may take a bit, but it's very much helpful. So. To heat treat. Wait for it to heat up. Yeah, for me, I took a break for... You're inspiring? Okay. I took a break from cosplaying from, I think it was 2011 was the last time I cosplayed, and I didn't come back until 2016. Because I wanted to focus for college on my own stuff. And of course that's going to be different for everybody. But yeah. Social media also wasn't as big back then as it is now. Thanks for the tips for your equipment. Love the shaft system for the game charger that you... Oh, yeah! Hi, Jazz. Caspian. The MySpace cosplay scene. Yeah. That's where it started. That's true, Jason. Depending on the professor will also determine if you like something or not. For me, I loved painting all growing up. I painted all the time. I was in every art class I could be. When I went to college, I took a painting class because it was required for my degree. I hated painting. And it was the professor. I had to work with oil paints. They basically told me you're not allowed to use white, you're not allowed to use black. There was all these rules. And it's like, yeah, I know there's rules, but I don't want to do those because I want to make what I want. And so at that point, it was no longer good for me. But finding specific teachers for whatever course you're at or college, there's always like rate my professors. Looking that up will definitely help too before you sign up for a class. Unless it's only one professor, then you kind of just have to grin and bear it, unfortunately. But don't be afraid also. I don't know how far you are into your degree, but don't be afraid to take classes that you're not required to take and explore different directions, because whatever you're doing your coursework in may not be what you want to do in the end, and you can change to a different major. I changed my degree, so yes. You hated college, Caspian? Oh, I'm sorry. I liked college, but I did my first year. I got all of my basics done at a community college, so it was a lot cheaper. And then I went to my normal college, and all I did was art classes. And that's what I love to do. So I found it very, very nice. I stayed, basically I would go to the art department. I'd get there at like 7:40 in the morning. I'd have to teach my classes because I was a TA and do my own coursework. And I didn't leave until sometimes midnight. And of course, you know, go have some fun with some drinky drinks and some friends occasionally. Art professors can, yeah. If they're a tenure art professor, a lot of times they're awful. Because that means it doesn't matter how they teach or whatever, they're there no matter what. So those can very much be... A lot of those art professors for the tenures are, they want you to do a professional gallery artist. Professional gallery artist don't necessarily make money. Out of all of my art friends, I know who actually have like a degree in art. I know like 2 that are still doing art, and that's me and then one of my friends that does jewelry. Everybody else, they can't do it as a full-time job, and they're still working at HEB, or they're like, or they're a mom now. A lot of them are that now. It's very, very hard to actually make money off of this. So you do have to consider that, as well as how are you going to make it into your own field and support yourself if you're wanting to make this as like your actual, whatever type of art you're making as your actual job. Yeah, electives, definitely. But not bad. Hey, I ended up doing weaving. It was fun. It was fun. But it was also required for my degree. So, Alright, so now we've got all these heat treated, so time to go to here. But yeah, I hope I'm not discouraging you on anything also. I'm just trying to be open with you and let you know things that I experienced as an art student in college, and things that hit me or some of my friends. So okay, we're gonna do down. mark them with A's. We're gonna do our A on the inside so we know to put glue on that side. There and there. And then for B, yee. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Miss Love, it didn't show up in my little thingy there. Oh. Okay, for some reason my chat's not working. Let me refresh. It stopped at but not basket weaving. There we go. Okay, sorry, I missed a lot. I was like, it's quiet. Nothing's happening. I missed so much. Drama for it. Luckily for with art, shows the techniques the first time. You can just grasp it right then, you know. Yeah. Sorry, catching up since my chat died real quick. Appreciate the realness, yeah. Honestly, graphic design is not a good field because it's oversaturated. There's so many people. Like, you're more likely to get a job, but you're also more likely not to, unless you're like the top of the field kind of thing. Yeah. Cassian. All right. So, yeah, now we're gonna have to actually wear a respirator because we're gonna be doing a lot of gluing. Yeah. You're so great, Caspian. Oh, I do want to, so we're gonna be, with this is gonna go down and the blades are gonna touch each other. So I do want to mark where the glue is gonna be for that as well. So let me get our Sharpie. Yeah. It also really depends on your specific school for certain stuff too. For me, I lucked out where, so technically I have a degree, a studio art degree in fibers and weaving, but my job that I ended up getting was for jewelry design and doing metalsmithing. And I have, oh, camera. I have an undeclared metalsmithing degree. I got into graduate school for metalsmithing at a very prestigious one, but I couldn't afford it. And I ended up getting a, is that working now? There we go. I ended up getting an internship at a very large and well-known jewelry company. And for the amount I was making there compared to if I was going to go to graduate school, I after a year I was like, I'm gonna decline my entry, and I ended up staying on full time at the jewelry job, and I learned so much more there than I would have at a actual graduate school. So you may still have, like, even if you take other classes, you may find something else that will pay better too. Jewelry design is very rare for actually making money in, so I can't necessarily recommend that one. But yeah. Just as great, yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't work for Tiffany's. I don't regret working as a jewelry designer, but I don't want to do it again. So I learned very much, like, besides improving my skills and my eye for detail in things and working in gold and silver every day and catting, I learned so much about the business side, and that's how I kind of figured out how to, like, do everything for my own company now. The webcam setup, yeah. So it's Logitech, and it's been messing up ever since I changed the actual settings for the. I did a podcast, and instead of doing it through OBS, I had to do it through, like, some other program, and I had to do all of my settings on actual Logitech's, like, manual thing, and since I did that, my webcam's been having issues, and I just haven't fixed it. There we go. Be a professional forklift driver. Hey, I mean, that might make some money. I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. I learned a lot about the way you look, and I look a lot younger than I am. And the way people treat me, based off of, for actual companies, the way you look, whether you're not supposed to, but the real world, people judge you by your appearance, by what you wear, what handbags you're wearing, what shoes you're wearing. Yeah, yeah, fun life lessons, not my thing. But that's a whole other thing, so. Yeah. Oh no, it's not first appearance is everything. It's you working there for years. And because you look younger than everybody, like I'm almost 30. And because some of my employers had kids that were close to my age-ish, I was still treated like a kid the whole time. And because I didn't have money to wear designer clothing all the time, you get judged off of that as well. It's very subtle hints, and yeah. So that's the big companies kind of thing, unfortunately. Not supposed to be like that in the workforce, but in reality, that's what it is. actually 9,000 years old. Yes, get off my lawn, you young whippersnappers. Arrgh. Nah, it's... Yeah, I learned also my talking skills. I've always had communication problems. And I can't help it. I can't help it. I forget names. I forget, like, I'm really bad at names and like things like that and explaining things. And most people don't understand me, I've realized. Like, with just how I talk. I try to say, I try to explain something this way, and then a lot of people don't understand. And I know it's something, I don't know what it is, I don't know how to fix it. I've worked on it, but yeah, that's life. Hi, Clay Pokemon. What's up? So we're tracing all of these pieces so we know where to apply our glue. Okay, there and there. I'm just gonna mark B on this one too so we remember. And then we gotta mark the other one too. Bad mood. I'm sorry. Luckily you work with kids and so you think you're so unlucky. Yeah. Well, so honestly, me changing my hair color has been like the best decision for me. I'm naturally like a blonde hair color, light, and it makes me look so much younger. And by coloring my hair, it has just helped so much. A lot more people think I'm older, and then I've been treated a little bit more like respectfully, which is nice. So yeah. Do cosplays usually take a month to make? For me, yes. For most other people, no. It really just depends. So with cosplay, you can make your own or you can buy your own if you're buying. Obviously, you're buying, so that can take as long as it takes to ship. There's also cosplaying where you can buy like half the costume, but then add like details to it. For me, I make everything myself. A lot of times I'll design my own fabric. Excuse me. If I'm working in EVA foam, that's going to take a little bit more time because I have to cut. I have to sand, I have to paint and do everything else. And so it really just depends on the build. This one's gonna be a pretty fast costume. As you can see, it's a little more skin showing, a little less armor. So yeah, for me, I'll have the blades done within the next day or two. And then I still need to buy my fabric, and then I'll have to make my patterns for it. And then sew it together. I'll have to, for wigs, I don't buy pre-styled wigs typically. I will buy a base wig and then I'll style it myself. But yeah, it just depends on every person. Depends on their time. For me, this is like my full-time job. And I got deadlines for everything's got to be done and all of the rewards delivered by the end of the month. So, yeah. Bought one of those Iwata airbrush guns and love it. It's not, oh yeah, Iwata, I love it. So I started off with just a base airbrush gun from a starter kit. It always gave me problems, and I was tired of it, so I finally invested, and I was like, what are going to be the best one? So I have an Iwata Eclipse. absolute favorite, best thing in the world. But yeah, they're so much better, and like taking proper care of it, it goes so well. He's really nice. I want to invest in, so the Eclipse is more of like a mid-range. For spray, I want to go into their smaller needle one. I don't remember which one it is, and then a larger one for more spray. But yeah. This is A we're working on? Oh, apparently. There we go. Yeah. A lot of people will spend like months and months on costumes they make themselves. So, I mean, if you're doing like a Marie Antoinette where you're sewing every single ruffle, you're doing every bow, you have to dye your fabric and hand embroider everything, that can take you a very long time. But yeah, just depends. And you don't have to cosplay to go to a convention. You can cosplay just to cosplay. You can cosplay for competitions also. I'm a judge for the Ultimate Online Cosplay Championship, and submissions are going till the end of this month right now. But yeah, you can just do it to have fun. You can do, whether it's an anime character, a game character from a show, something that you've designed yourself. It's really anything. Yeah. Have to have the candy coating. Yeah, I highly recommend. If you want to cosplay, go ahead and do it. It's a lot of fun. Especially like if you want something to do that's different from your normal art stuff. Yeah, we've got a cosplay section on our Discord and art sections that anybody can share all of their own stuff if they want, or cool stuff. Oh, the company, sure you want to get one of the smaller needles different. Yeah. Yeah, and my favorite paint, I know I'm sponsored by them, but I still like, without being sponsored saying this, Cretex Colors, their Wicked color line, works wonderful for the Iwata airbrush gun, and highly recommend it. It's my favorite paint. It'll give you the best colors. But yeah, for getting into cosplay, I've got a lot of tutorials on my website and on YouTube as well. Tutorials on how I built some stuff, and just basic tutorials. I'm trying to add more too. You made two this year? Nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's like one of the best costumes was the Con Crunch one, where it's the girl who wrapped herself in saran wrap and masking tape, and it's got the drawn off lines, and it's the Con Crunch. It's perfect. Yeah. Alright, I think we can both? Yeah. Okay, now we can glue part of your unbalanced surface, yeah. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I gotta open the windows now. get out our large paper roll. So, enjoyed talking to you guys. You'll check out the next stream. Have a nice day. Thanks for stopping by and have a great rest of your day. There. Very good. Go there. Okay. Yee. Thank you for the new follow. That's fun. I'm gonna add some more masking tape to this a bit. That and that. Tape it back down. Our paper is just a wee bit off. So instead of doing new sheets of paper every time, I just end up rolling it back up and then keep using it. Might be time to use more. It's okay. It's gonna be glued and messy, so we'll probably toss it after this build though. Let's do it this way. This way. This one is there, 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 and there. Okay. And then we need our glue. Glue and a glove. So for larger builds, I get out the big glue. We'll need this to open. Got my respirator, and I think we're good. So before we start, I'm gonna real quick go and use the restroom. I will be back momentarily, guys. We will have to have the windows open just because of gluing, so sorry for the car traffic. But thanks for watching, and if you're new, press the follow button and join our community. So yeah, back in a second. Ba-doop. Done with that. I'm gonna take a real quick sip of water before we start. Gotta love the Texas heat. Every time I have the windows open, I have to turn all the AC off now and let it get hot and humid. So we're gonna apply contact cement glue now. I'm gonna wear my respirator, so I'm gonna start talking funny. Just opening it up. Only a wee bit messy. Whoop. To keep your paintbrush alive in the big bottles, it's got to be submerged, but then it's all super messy for a wee bit. Whoop. Okay. Time to glue. So we're just applying contact cement glue to them. A little much on that one. Okay. Good. Hi viewers, welcome on. I'm doing well, thanks. Hope you're doing well also. We're working on our Kaine cosplay from NieR Replicant. Doing the dual blades right now. Lots and lots of gluing. Actually, should have started with those first, since we're gonna have to do both sides of it for drying. See how far back I can go with this. I'm just gonna do the body part of the blade right now, and then I'll do the spikes. Go now. I try to only put the contact cement glue where it's actually going to be attached. If you put it on the full surface on spots that the glue is not, like there's not going to be a piece attaching, it will end up collecting dust, as well as it just makes it so all of your stuff, like the glue doesn't dry flat, so if you do any type of priming on the foam or painting, you'll have lines there and it looks off. It also has a different drying sheen compared to a non-place with no glue on it. Okay, and then the last one. And the spikes. Whew, it's getting hot. Alrighty. My glove is all attached to the paintbrush now. Excellent. Excellent. We will temporarily close it, since we gotta wait for some of it to dry. we're getting a lot of work done today. So, sanding and gluing all of this is definitely taking longer than I thought it would, but we're getting a good amount of work done, so that's good. Yeah. I just have to wear this now. Or actually, I can turn up my fan. Let me do that. You are now listening to 101.2, the sound of glue drying on EVA foam. Yay! Yep. It's okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. We're doing the character that's in this corner down here, which is Kaine from the game NieR Replicant, the new NieR game. It'll be our cosplay of the month next month for May. Yes. All of the pointed parts are now dry, so we just have the very final one. The final two. I'll wipe it off a little. For the extra drippy things that we don't need. Got a tiny bit too. Sorry. Loud noises. Check this one. The little glue drippers will dry differently and make sanding and painting have a spot there. You don't want that. This one's almost done. We still have a little bit right here. So. It's just because it's in a deeper spot, so it's holding more of the contact cement glue there. Yeah. The face mask not irritating anymore? Yeah, it is. But with working with contact cement glue, you really need to be wearing it. Yeah. So I've got the fan on high, the door is closed, the windows are open to help ventilate all of the fumes out. And then, depending on how much I do will depend on how long I wear it, but I know right now the fumes are still in the air, and I don't want to get sick and die from it and all, you know, it's very bad for you, so, yeah. But we've had some streams where we just wear it the whole time, just because we're constantly gluey. Just depends. There's no point in taking it off right now when once we attach threads, we're going to flip them and glue more. Totally not guilty of not wearing. Yeah. For very small amounts, I won't wear it, but you really, really should. If you have any pets, they should not be in the room either, because if anything's bad for your lungs, they're 10 times worse for your critter, because they're not wearing any respirator or anything. So when I do any gluing, I close my door so my cat can't come in here.
And a lot of times for like 2 or 3 hours after I'm done gluing, I'll just keep the door closed so all of the fumes can still go out of the room, because it'll just linger. Yeah. The good and the bad thing about being in Texas. Everything dries faster, but to ventilate, you have to have the windows open. So on days when it's 100 and humid, it can be really, really bad. I think we're gonna be good now. Okay, so this one is B, so we're gonna do those two. I'm gonna move these out of the way. So first one is going to be this one. I'm going to start here. I'm just following the spine first. Okay. And then we're going to put this one over there for now. And then we got to do A. That one's going to be this one. And then we're going to flip, and we got to glue this side now. Open our glue up again. Okay. And this side. And there is now a piece of glove stuck in the glue. That's funny. pointed parts. Hopefully everything will align correctly. Might be a tiny bit off in some places, so we'll see. And then the last one. Yeah, so if you have questions, you can always ask. Got a lot of lurkers today. Alrighty. That is done. Should be like all our gluing that we're doing today. We still have a few pieces we gotta add, but probably most of it. Okay. I'll put up these stuff while we're waiting for it to dry. Okay. Woo! So once we connect these, I think the next thing we gotta do is, technically there's a slit at the very end we're still gonna have to cut. That's over here. And then we also have, we're gonna sand the spine so it's flat around the edges, and then all of the points we'll have to sand. And then there's at, this side, we still have a decorative little like donut ring, and then we'll have an end cap that we gotta do. So we gotta figure out how to make those. Nice to finish builds really fast though. We'll have pretty much this done towards the end, which will be good. Yeah. I'll clean up some stuff while we're waiting. That. Let's clean it up too. My whole desk over here is like just a giant mess right now. Oh, I still have some of my patterns from like Charlotte. It's all in a bag and I need to make blueprints from. And then I've got a few sponsored video stuff that I gotta still edit and do. But it's all just like, pile! So yeah, that's life right now. Let's see, how are you doing? No bad drippage, which is good. Yeah. Excellent. So, still waiting to dry. Anybody got any plans for today? I'm just gonna be editing videos. And yeah, that's my day. I have the finale of the reunion of the challenge. I like watching that show a lot. Yeah. Not too exciting for me right now. I had all my excitement over the weekend. Doing the strawberry picking and going to the river. That was nice. Just get to bed in a moment. Yeah. Resting in the bed anyways. I got good sleep last night for once. You're back? Blasphemy! How'd you escape work, Caspian? Let's see.
I think we're good for taking off
the respirator now.
Ugh. I'm gonna go wipe it down real quick. I always hate wearing the respirator with makeup. It's like when I'm not streaming, I don't wear it so that way it doesn't get all over everything. I need to get a new respirator though. I normally have two, but my second one broke, and then so this one's been my main one. But it's like all the filters are nasty, and I need a new one. Urgh, lay flat. Probably going to bed in an hour, so no plans for you. Ah. No work today, only work at home. Oh, well that's nice that you gotta, well, I guess not work at home, but you're doing personal work at home. Yeah, my face is inside the respirator. I've got the lovely lines. It caused me to break out so bad. Ugh. You're looking for one, but they are sold out everywhere. I mean, we have, I don't know where, I guess since it's nighttime for you, you're out of the US, but Lowe's and Home Depot, which are my local hardware stores, they always have them, and I just go there and get the replacements. The last one I got online on Amazon, and that one was the one that broke on me like within a day of getting, and I didn't want to be bothered with like, it didn't have the proper filter stuff. Like it only came with like one of the filters and not like, normally you stack them. So it didn't properly work, and then the strap for the head part just cracked in half, and it's like, so yeah. You're standing with a surgical mask? I mean, I don't wear a mask when I stand. I wear a face shield and then I've got a vacuum. But yeah, if you don't have that, wearing a mask, just a basic one's fine. But I don't know what you're standing either. So, back. Welcome back. Just in time for us to start attaching things soon. We still got a little wet there. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're pretty good now. So. Okay, let's finish attaching this now. This one is B. So we got this. A lot of places sold out due to COVID. I wouldn't think a respirator would, but I don't know. I'm also in the middle of nowhere, so we just, yeah. Okay, let us attach. I actually want to start on this side. That side. Some old bones. Oh yeah. Well, oh, it's you, Cliff. Never mind. You weather a spandex glove? Shared a picture on Discord. Well, typically for my weathering, I do airbrush painting. It tends to work the best for me. So we're gonna connect the tips and then squish them together. Looking good so far. It's like a giant knife. It's got a little bit of wobble to it, but it's not too bad. But it's got nice lightweight. It's like, I want to spin it, but it's not, I don't know. Wasn't that what I was going for? You come over here, Caspian. Come over here. Okay, now for the other one. Like, can I even fig? That's like the closest I can get to most of it. Okay, do the second one. Then we'll close all of the tip parts. If you did that, you'd have Ches in the background. Oh. Hi Moxie, welcome on. Is this day 2 of the new cosplay project issue? I know. Yeah, this is our second day working on this costume. I've only been working on it on stream. So just doing the weapons for right now. But yeah. They're fairly pretty easy props to make. Yeah, I'm so happy we sanded this beforehand because it looks so good with the little point there. Amazing 2-day progress. Aw, thanks. Slacker. I mean, in all reality, I feel like I should have had these already finished by the first day. But we ended up streaming for a lot less on Monday. So, yeah. But, what's our 2 blades. Not bad. Trying not to hit the mic or anything. But yeah, we still gotta add the, there's a little round, like, donut thingy that goes here, and then it's got an end pummel. And then, obviously we gotta sand all of the pointed parts of the blades and the spine. And then up here, there's a slit that goes into it, so, yeah. I just want to spin them around now, just like E. Put them down, Tiffany. Ah, okay, I'm gonna real quickly go and step outside, get some fresh air, and then I know, donut thing. I will be back momentarily, guys. So yeah, just a real quick breaky break. Everybody go take a break, and I will see you in a second. E. gross in here. It's just like super, super humid. Every time you're gonna go get some donut thingies too. Yeah. I forgot to say, so I've got more Pokemon cards. So my cereal boxes have had Pokemon cards in them, and it's pretty cool. But I want to show you the ones that were in it. That one, whatever this thingy is, that's something I don't know. That's a Pokemon I don't know. Actually, no, I know this one. It just looks different. Another Pikachu, whatever that thingy is. And then a teacup. So yeah. I still want to get my Pokemon card collection. But I haven't seen my sister. So haven't been able to get them back. I know, cereal has toys again apparently. It's like they've only been in my Lucky Charms, and I got to the end of the box and it like came out of my cereal and was like, what is this? So obviously I don't buy boxes for the toy, but I mean it's still cool. How much cereal have I been eating? Well, I have a bowl of cereal every day for breakfast. But just the last few weeks they've had in the Lucky Charms one, the Pokemon cards, but I don't know what other ones they're in, so. Alright, so we still have to leave the windows open because it's just gross and we gotta still ventilate for all this stuff. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back to the workbench and we need to sand the spine so it's all flat, nice and pretty, yeah. And then we'll probably go around all of the edges too. We want to make these look like they're one piece rather than two. So that'll take a little bit of time. But yeah, so far so good. I want to trim just a tiny bit of this. We won't really be able to get into this spot. So I'm just evening out a little bit more there. There. Alrighty. So let me go set up our workbench with our And thanks guys also for watching. Hope y'all have been enjoying our stream. Set up chat again. Okay, chat's connected. Reminder that it's going to be a wee bit louder just because we're going to be sanding, we'll have the Dremel running, and then we'll also have the vacuum on to help collect the EVA foam dust. Tiffany from Tiffany Cosplay. I am a full-time cosplay builder and streamer here on Twitch, and have been building a new costume from scratch every single month since November of 2019. And we're currently working on our dual blades for our Kaine costume from the game NieR Replicant. running flush right now. to a smaller one. So I'll put this down real quick. I hate a lot of, yeah. I vacuum a lot. But for the setup I have the vacuum to help, and then I have a tray that pulls in and out and it collects most of it, and then I get a little bit on the apron, so that is where most of the foam dust goes. And there's not too much that actually goes on the rug, so yeah. But my phone's covered in it, so I think that's that. Why do we need sleep? I have no idea, you know? I think sleep is overrated. I could get so much work done if I didn't sleep. My days would be so much more productive. Okay, and I need to film this next part. Record. Cuckoo. Yeah, moving though, my wall ends up having a layer of EVA foam dust that I have to wash the wall. Turn off the camera. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit at the bottom, then we'll switch out. I'm gonna do a little bit at the bottom, and then we'll switch out to the other one doing the spine, and then afterwards we'll do all of the points. So. The grinding sound is, so my flex shaft, I got replacement parts, I just haven't done it, and, like, replaced them, so this part, the center piece that spins is actually a little bit crooked, so when it goes from being a constant, spinning, it'll sometimes wobble, as well as I need to oil the shaft part, all this and clean. So that's why you hear the sound occasionally. You have to lube it with this stuff. I just haven't done it or had time. everything. Sorry, family stuff. Okay. Good, good. north right now. Sounds a little better. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Maybe you think. Nah, it's one of those where it's like, it's been messed up like this for like a month and a half now, and I have the stuff to do it. I just have not done it yet, and it's just annoying because it's a very long process of taking it apart. It's very dirty. Yeah. But actually, well, no, that's okay. That's okay. Want to get this done? Okay. Well, it may be that I have to actually do it. Let me get out the other hand piece and see if that can help it. I gotta open the box over here though. 2 seconds. Hi, Cosplay. How are you today? Oh, interesting. It came with a chunky. I haven't seen a new one in years. I'm hoping it's the same one. I upgraded to a Fordham. Chucky still should be the same. Yeah. What's in there? It's so pretty! And it's so different colored. Title Tames, Tiffany, full-time shop maintenance. Ugh. Now that's for this thing, so basically for me to change it out, this thing I have to unscrew here. This whole thing slides down and there's a center piece with a spring around it. The whole thing has to be lubed. I gotta take that apart and clean it out. But yeah, it's a lot. Might as well be maintenance right now. If this other if the Fordham handpiece doesn't help at least a little bit, then I'll probably stop and actually do it. How did I have the camera before? I think I had it more like that? No? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, it's one of those where I've been slowly trying to figure out the problem. Oh, that's like, oh, nice. But it may be that I also have to replace the whole thing. Trying not to though, because it's a bit pricey, but I did upgrade in the process. Here's my other one. I'm not sure. I haven't used a new one in years. Okay. Well, it's better. It's definitely inside here though. Like, there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just end the stream there so I can clean it. Cause it's at the point where it's just, it's gotta be fixed. So, I tried to go as long as I could. But yeah, sorry about that guys. I'll switch over to here. But yeah, unfortunate, but you know, maintenance issues that I keep delaying and I just need to do it at this point. So yeah. It's the behind the scenes part of the stream. Yeah. Nah, it'd be interesting to stream it, but it's one of those where it's just gonna be a nightmare and I'm probably gonna have to take most of it to the garage to work on. Yeah. It's, when you grease it, you basically have to run it for like 30 minutes inside a trash can. So all of the lube will go down the spring, and at that process, you have to do a ton of it, and then it just all like goes everywhere in the trash can and stuff, and I don't want it to be up here. So yeah, but I'm gonna go do that now. Woohoo! But yeah, so ending a little early. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, my name's Tiffany from Tiffany Burn Cosplay. I'm a full-time cosplay builder and streamer here on Twitch. Been making a new costume for over a year, making a new costume every month for over a year, something like that. Our next stream is gonna be tomorrow. I don't know, I might have this done by tomorrow. We'll see. So yeah. But thank you for the new follows we received today. Thank you for the hosts. Thank you to Dr. J, Mr. Jason for the resub, Freddy8989 for the resub, and Daniel for gifting 1 sub to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. And y'all will be in the scrolly thing on our next stream, as well as we've got tons of different places y'all can go to for social media stuff. There's a competition happening that you can enter for cosplays. And yeah, so I'm gonna go do maintenance now. Woo. Alright guys, much love. Bye-bye.